My last two videos on my YouTube channel called LotBot Robotics were about a LotBot Hexaopd Robot and a Raspberry Pi based controller. I then started playing around with drones. I had to learn the electronics and the software associated with the drones. I started building a few drones, and now I fly my drones with a FlySky Taranis x9d plus SE 2019. That's its full title. I decided to update my Hexaopd to use the Taranis and related receiver and a Foxeer camera and a video transmitter and related receiver. The next part of this video will be a demo of the updated Hexaopd. After that, I will discuss the changes I made to the Hexaopod's components that were discussed in the previous two videos. The bottom left corner of this video is the video image taken by the camera on the drone. A drone is usually initiated with an arming function, so the LotBot Hexaopd is activated by using the Taranis F switch. The gimbals or joysticks do not function until activated. Turning off the F switch puts the Hexaopd back into its initial position. I had mentioned in my previous two videos that I printed the gold parts of the Hexaopd on my 3D printer. Now, this is the old top that I had printed, and its main purpose was to hold a 2S battery, whereas the new top to my Hexaopd robot holds a now it's a 3S battery. In fact, it's going to be holding two batteries. I printed the new top as I had to add more electronics to support the required power and the FlySky receiver and the video transmitter. Okay, on top of the Hexaopd, I have the Foxeer Camera, the antenna that goes with the video transmitter, and these two wires in back of that antenna are the antenna for the receiver that communicates to the Taranis. Over here you'll see that there's a Velcro and another Velcro over here which holds the two batteries. I've taken the top off, and you can see that I have the wires put together in a little cable going from the top to the bottom. You can also see that I'm using two 11-volt batteries, LiPo batteries, and they have XT60 connectors. Over here is actually two power distribution boards. I have them on top of each other and piggyback sort of. The bottom one, I had problems using the power distribution board for the robot itself, as well as the video transmitter and the camera. So I put one of these batteries on the video transmitter and the camera, and the other one is controlling the movement of the robot. Okay, so the top one is controlling the robot, and the bottom one, you can't see it very easily here, but the bottom power distribution board is controlling the camera and the video transmitter. The video transmitter is right over here, and it's hooked to the power on the bottom and also to the camera, which is on the other side. Over here is, this one's powered by the top power distribution board also. It's the receiver that communicates with the Taranis transmitter. The one thing you'll notice right over here is this is a transistor. What happens on the receiver is that the signal gets inverted, and it comes out inverted. So if you have a high voltage coming out, it comes out as a low volt. I mean, if you have a high voltage coming out, it is supposed to represent a low voltage and a low voltage or a high voltage. So you really need an inverter. So I'm using this transistor and a couple resistors to invert the signal from the receiver that is sent via this white line that goes over to one of the serial input from the Adrena Mega. The Adrena Mega, as you may know, has 4 serial ports, so this one is bringing the signal in from the receiver on one of those. That is basically all of the electronics in the top. Now over in the bottom of the robot, I mentioned to you in the previous videos that this Adrena Mega is underneath here, has 2 shields that support the 18 servos. In addition to that, over here is an orientation board that in the previous video you saw me turn the robot upside down and it still functioned. And that's because it checks the orientation board, sends the signal into the Adrena Mega and tells it what way, how it's oriented, whether it's upside down or at an angle or anything. But I only really use just the straightforward position or the inverted position. Over here is the ESP32, and this is what was communicating with the original Raspberry Pi controller that I made, and it operates on that local Wi-Fi network, and that's all discussed in the previous 2 videos. Okay, so this is the bottom, and this is the top, and you saw it functioning, and it works off of the Taranis. The one thing I didn't mention is the receiver over here really is part of this headset that I use. The reason I can't use goggles to fly the drones is because I wear glasses, and this headset is made specifically for people with glasses. Of course, you don't need to be wearing glasses to use it, but it makes it very nice. So this video receiver fits right into this section here, and that's how it's used with drones. In this case, I didn't really need to wear it while I was showing off the robot with its camera capability. Okay, that is all I really have to tell you about how I modified the LotBot Hexaopd Robot. If there are any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching.